My university lecturer once wrote in red pen on my essay, "Pseudo-philosophical waffle." A boss who once employed me said to me in a performance review, "Darby, shouldn't you be writing poetry somewhere under a bridge?" In my 20s, my peer group related to each other by not taking themselves too seriously. And if I took myself too seriously, I'd be shot down. But I had very serious thoughts and ideas that were interesting to me and no one else. And sure, it's insufferable when someone takes themselves too seriously. Who'd want to be around that? But I noticed this thing of not taking oneself too seriously became an act for many, especially in Australia, almost to the point where self-awareness flips into delusion. In Australia, earnestness is side-eyed, and if you have any success, it better be an accident or else. In my 20s, my thoughts and ideas didn't fit in with my peer group at all. So I developed my version of a sense of humour, almost to camouflage my very serious side, make myself more palatable to the world, and undertake the dreaded process of fitting in. It was decades later I realised the people who I knew who weren't taking themselves too seriously had only been fitting in the whole time, and in the process they'd suppressed and killed off some unique and essential part of themselves that might have been valuable to the world. Now they're in their 40s, some nearly 50, and they're still stuck in 20-year-old mode. The shame of not fitting in is still huge. You have to be shameless. Into my 30s, I felt shameless and began to lose friends or not spend as much time with them to develop this part of myself that needed to be expressed. The older you get, the better you know yourself, the fewer friends you have. No longer lost in that hall of mirrors, and that's when the good writing begins. Singular, sharp and true. Comedy helped me understand the world in my 20s, and poetry helped me understand my heart and the world in my 30s. And of course I still love funny shit, but I needed to take the time in my 30s to develop that poetic side of me that ultimately ostracised me. But at nearly 50, I've come full circle. Now I combine poetry with my weird sense of humour. My true side was weird and unpalatable for decades. It took me 30 years to smuggle my strangeness through the cultured sensible. And what I didn't know 20 or 30 years ago, I was going to grow into this voice. You've got to honour your divine dumbness. It's the smartest thing you have.